Let's take a look at the injury report for this weekend's matchup against Detroit. What's up, Vikings Nation, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, before we get started, thank you to everyone who has hit that subscribe. We've reached the goal of 650 subs. Now we're trying to get to 700. I believe it's very doable. Let's try to get that done by Christmas. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So look, this weekend we play the Detroit Lions, and it's even fitting that we have to talk about the injury report. Who is in? Who is out? Let's dive through it. We'll start with Detroit, look at what's hurt or who's hurt for them, and then we'll bounce over to the Vikings side of things, which it's kind of interesting what it might be going on in the building. So let's hop right into it, starting with the Detroit Lions. This is their injury report so far. You only see Wednesday right there. Thursday, it was still up in the air, and I'm pretty sure nothing really changed too much, maybe except for DeAndre Swift and stuff like that. But you look at, they got a lot of people that did not practice. They have, Derek Barnes, Taylor Decker, Deshaun Elliott, Coyote, Owasiga, something like that. I don't know what his last name is. I'm sorry. Jeff Okudah, Frank Ragnow, Khalif Raymond, Nate Sudfeld. All of those guys didn't practice for the Lions. I'd assume they're probably not going to play this Sunday. It would just make sense, okay, because they didn't practice Wednesday. Maybe they were just resting. I'm not 100% sure. Jeff Okudah, though, I would assume that he's going to be ready this Sunday. He's just dealing with a little bit of an illness. He'll be ready. Maybe Khalif Raymond and Nate Sudfeld will also be ready because it is just an illness. Hopefully it's not, the COVID or anything like that. Hopefully they're okay. But then you look at Evan Brown, DeAndre Swift, both dealing with an ankle injury. They were limited practice in Wednesday. I'm sure they're just kind of slowly getting them involved into or back into practice, and they might play this Sunday. As for the Minnesota Vikings, look, this is interesting, okay? Jonathan Bullard, he's dealing with a bicep injury. He did not practice. I would assume he's not going to play Sunday at all. CJ Ham, Danielle Hunter, Theo Jackson, Patrick Peterson, Harrison Smith. Oh, my word. It's not COVID. 100%. I've already looked through the tweets and all that. They're dealing with an illness. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the flu, the cold, whatever, because we are in the flu and cold months right now in December. It is cold outside. They're dealing with a little bit of an illness. Now, I'd assume, okay, they'll be ready to rock and roll Sunday. They know the playbook. They know what they need to do. They know their assignments. They played Detroit for already once this season, so they're going to get that rest, and they will be ready to rock and roll. At least, man, I hope so, because if we do not have these guys, It'll be a tough matchup against Detroit, to say the least. But then you look at Garrett Bradbury dealing with a little bit of a back issue. He was limited participant. He is going to be 100% ready to rock and roll Sunday. If not, I guess it's next man up, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Christian Darrisaw, also limited participant, dealing with that concussion that he suffered, I believe, 4 weeks ago. Then he reestablished that concussion 3 weeks ago, and he's been sitting out ever since. I don't know if you let him play this weekend. You maybe let him sit and then bring him back next week when we play the Colts. I'm not 100% sure what the situation is, but I do know they want to make sure he's 100% healthy before we put him back on the football field so that we can make a deep playoff run. Okay? And then Eric Kendricks dealing with a little bit of a shoulder problem. He was a full participant Wednesday. Means that he's a full participant today, and so forth. So, look, all these guys going to play. We already know about Lewis C. and Andrew Booth being out for the season. Cam Dancer has actually been activated, and he's been practicing this week, which is good news. That means he will play this Sunday. As for Caleb Evans, not going to happen, I don't think. He was dealing with a little bit of a concussion problem. I think they're kind of sitting him out. But at the same time, he's not in the injury report, so that means he's probably going to be ready to rock and roll. So there you have it. The Lions riddled with injuries. Not 100% sure who's going to play and who's not. If you want to know, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, hop on over to the Detroit Lions Syndicate where you can get your news and updates about your Detroit Lions. But if you're a Vikings fan, let's go, baby, because we look healthy. Hopefully those illnesses clear. I'm ready to watch this team clinch the NFC North. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a Week 14 preview against the Detroit Lions. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. 700 subs is our goal by Christmas. Have a great one, and SKOL Vikes.